Hello, welcome to today's class. Like to sit upright, hip walk forward to the front of your chair. Make sure your chair is nice and stable, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward, solidly on the chair. Just start with sunrise circles. So just opening up through the chest, keep the arms about head height. Let's start with toe taps. Just lifting and lowering the toes. Okay, let's change that. Alternate heel raises. So here, lift the heel and lower. Just lift and lower. If you want to let the arms swing as well, you can. Whatever's comfortable for you. Single toes forward, so you're pointing forward and back. Forward and back, forward and back, just tapping that toe forward. Open up into sunrise circles again. Sitting tall, think of lifting the chest, retracting the chin. Legs out to the side this time. So out, right and back, left and back, right and back, left and back. I'd like you to hip walk forward on your chair. Make sure you're nice and firmly seated. Let's start with toe taps on the right. Just lifting the toe up and down. Change to left. Lift. Heel toe on the right, so heel and toe. And change. Alternating feet, heels in front. Just let your arms swing along as well. Take sunrise circles. Lifting the heels as you go. Shoulder shrugs on the right. Lift. 2, 3. And left. Circling back, nice and slowly. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Think of keeping that chin retracted, head is up. Hit the arms across the body, so reaching, reach, just a small reach, as far as you're comfortable reaching. And then sunrise circles. And again. Lifting the heels, alternating heels. So the next exercise is a scarf routine, holding your scarf in the middle if it's long, so that you've got a little bit of movement. In your right hand, we're going to start with toe taps. Just tapping the toes, just lifting and lowering the toes, in time with the music if you can. Keep the movement smaller if you need to. Sitting tall, forward on your chair so that you've got the movement. Let's start with a infinity sign, figure of 8 on the side. If you can make it nice and big and move the body, great. If not, just do what you can. Okay, left leg comes out in front and sliding the other hand the opposite way if you can. Don't worry if you've not got it the same way. It really doesn't matter, just getting the movement. If you're happy, have both arms going. Let's take it to a comb the hair. So those that aren't happy with this, if it's too much for your shoulders, just take it to a nice up and down with the hand. 4, figure of 8. Forward and back. So as your right foot is forward, scarf's in the left hand. Don't worry if you're the opposite way round, it's not the end of the world as long as you do both sides. Just comb that hair or do your little mini bicep curl. And in a moment we're going to go to round the houses. Those that can't take it behind, just take it in front again. So forward, and if you can, if not, take it in front. Keep it slower if it's too much. It doesn't have to be in time with the music. Change direction. Well done. If you can't quite get it, make up your own thing. As long as it doesn't hurt, you're moving, which is the important thing. If you keep the toes tapping, great. Let's just throw that scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Throw the scarf and catch. Take it back into your right hand. Finishing off. Follow it with your eyes, change hands. That head moving. If it feels uncomfortable or you feel dizzy, then leave that bit out, that's fine. Last few, just throw it and catch. Well done. So there's no equipment at all for this routine. It's a clapping routine. Sitting forward on your chair, so hip walk forward, feet pointing forward, chin retracted. Start with the toe tap, hands on the thighs. You can do a single tap, clap, so clap and twist, clap and twist. Make it as big or as small as you're comfortable with. If you want to keep it small, that's fine. Double clap at the top. Singles. Doubles again. Single feet out in front, tapping those toes forward, push the waves. If you want to do that slower, that's fine too. Okay, let's take the arms both sides, one foot out and down, up and down. Take the arms all the way up to shoulder height, that's great. Keep it that speed, or take it faster. Try and make sure you're lifting the knee out to the side though. It's the whole knee that's moving, the foot just comes along with it. Beautiful, well done. If it's too much, you just keep it small. Just lose the arms or lose the legs if you wish. Tap. And twist, back. Double. Sitting forward in your chair, please ensure you actually move from the hip, not just take the foot out to the side. So the whole knee is moving out to the side of this movement. Out, in. 3, 4, other side. Take it out. 2. Change for 2. And change. Singles. Make it as small as you need to be comfortable. Try and make sure that movement is coming from the hip and the knees taking it out to the side. Let's take it to a box step. Forward, forward, back, change sides. Lead with the left, left, right, right side, right, left, right, left, left. Double time if you can. If that's too much for you, then by all means take it half speed. Change with the arms, so this time just lifting the heels. From the top, taking it out to the side, so 4. Change for 4. 4 again on the right. 4 on the left. 2 each side. Singles. Box step. If you want to go double time, please do. So this next exercise, we're going to use the band to strengthen our biceps. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing a little more easily. But you're going to place one end of the band firmly under your feet and grab the band in your right hand in a handshake hold. So if you're going to go forward and shake somebody's hand, grab hold of that and then pull your elbow back in to the side of your body. You're going to keep this band tense with tension at all times. Let that top of that band flop out of the way. I'm going to make it on the inside so that it's out of your way to see, but wherever it's comfortable. Keeping that elbow in tight to the body. And you're going to take the thumb up towards the shoulder without moving the elbow. So we're just lifting and lowering, keeping that elbow still. So all the movement comes from the elbow. Try and watch what's going on with your wrist. We're trying to keep that wrist nice and tight, nice and taut. So just before we start, check your feet are securely on the band. Your handshake hold, elbows in tight, a little bit of tension in the band, slow and controlled. Just lift and release, taking them towards the shoulder. Slower you do it, the harder you're going to be working and the less repetitions you'll need to do. When you've had enough, when the muscle starts to ache, give it a rest, shake it out. Taking it to the other side, so exactly the same. Ensure the band is securely underneath. You're taking that handshake hold, elbows back in tight to the waist, thumb on top, wrist strong. Taking that thumb up towards the shoulder. And again, just as many as you're comfortable doing. This exercise is to strengthen the upper back, but you might also feel it across the chest. Palms facing the ceiling. You're going to place the band in your hands. Bring the elbows back against the side of the body, closing the hands over the band, and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, keeping the elbows close to the body. Control it out and slowly back in. To make it easier, take the hands a bit further apart. To make it harder, hands come closer together, but you're keeping those elbows back the whole time. So you're sitting forward on your chair and we're going to do that single leg raise. So sliding your right leg forward, lift and hold, 2, 3, release it down. Get your posture back, change legs, lift and hold. Quite hard. Try and make sure you put the leg down with control. Take the other leg out and lift. So we're going to try and do it 3 times each side. Straighten the leg first. Lift and hold. 2, 3. One more if you can. If you can't, just hope you can do it another week. We're looking to try and improve, not making it a competition. So you just hold as long as you comfortably can. If you can hold it a little bit longer each side, that's marvellous. I find this quite hard. So I'm suspecting that some of you are going to just take that leg almost straight up and straight down. Well done. This next exercise is designed to improve your balance. Keeping the feet pointing forward, you're going to turn sideways, holding onto your chair, come up onto the toes if you're wearing high heels, engage your core, and walking slowly forward. When you get to the front of the chair, you're going to turn round and go back. You can hold the chair all the way through. If you struggle with that, you can walk forwards, and when you get to the far end, turn and come back on your toes. Don't forget, if you need to at any time, just walk through the heels, just give it a bit of a rest, and then join back in. For those of you that can balance, obviously take your arms away. You can keep the chair nearby, just in case you feel a bit wobbly, and do it without leaning on the chair. This next exercise helps strengthen the muscles that you use to walk, so to lift the toes in order to walk properly without tripping over your feet, and also helps with balance. Walking on your heel, penguin walks. So for these penguin steps, just lift the toes, in the chair, same as we do for the toe walks, and walk forward. And then walk back. You don't have to take big steps. You don't have to walk very far or very fast. So we're going to stretch the back of the lower leg, the calf muscle. So hip walk forward in your chair. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground. And I'm going to ask you to straighten that right leg and then pull the toes back up towards you, flexing the foot, and then slide that heel a little bit further away if you can until you feel the stretch in the back of that lower leg. And we're going to hold that for at least 8 seconds, but preferably closer to 20. If it starts to feel like it's going to cramp, then ease off. But if you can hold it longer, please do. And release. Let's take it to the other side. Sliding the left leg away this time until it's straight. Pull the toes back against the body, towards the body. Extend that heel away until you feel the stretch and hold. Now this is going to help keep the mobility and flexibility in your lower body. if we hold it for a longer period of time, you're going to develop the amount of mobility, the amount of flexibility in that muscle. I'm going to ask you to do that once more on each side. This time we're going to try and hold it a little bit longer if you can. So sliding the leg away, flex that foot up, extend the heel if you can, and hold. The other side, so left leg this time slides away, flex that foot, extend the heel away. And release. So for the diagonal stretch, you sit back in your chair so you're nice and secure, and we're going to stretch across the chest. Now if you've got problems with your shoulders, then please adapt accordingly, but this is a really good stretch for stretching across the chest, opening up. It's going to help your breathing, really opening up that chest area. Start with the hands together and open out. And across the diagonal, and coming back. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Because we're taking our arms above the head, we're not going to hold this for very long. And anyone who has heart problems may want to keep the arm a little bit lower. Really try and get that opening up through the chest. And I'm going to finish that off with a straight stretch out to the side. So opening out to the side. Try and get the arms level if you can. And again, you're trying not to lift the chest, but you really open through there. The shoulders a bit of a circle to release them. We're going to stretch our hamstrings, so the back of our thighs. What I want you to do is sit forward on your chair, make sure you're nice and secure, and take your right leg out straight in front. Take the heel up. Hands come onto the bent leg. You're going to sit nice and tall, and you're going to fold from the waist until you feel the stretch in the back of that leg. So it doesn't have to be very far. Keep that head up, keep that chin retracted. It's not about how far forward you come, it's about getting the stretch in the back of the leg. And we're going to hold that for a few moments to try and loosen the back of that leg by stretching it. And release. Come to the other side. So again, taking the left leg out in front, lift that heel. Sit tall, hands on the bent leg, sit tall, keep that chin retracted, and fold forward from the waist until you feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And now I'm going to get you to come back to the other side, the first side. So right leg out, hands on the left leg, and fold. So pull your tummy in, retract your chin, keep those shoulders and neck relaxed. So just a reminder, this is a hamstring stretch. We're stretching through the back of the leg, so you should be feeling a comfortable stretch. So it doesn't matter if you're here or a long way further forward. I'm very, very flexible in my hamstrings, so I can come quite a long way forward. A lot of you will be a lot further up and still be feeling that stretch. You might also feel it a little bit in your lower back. And so we come to our cool down. Sitting comfortably on your chair, but make sure your posture is good, sitting upright. That chin's retracted. Let's start by circling your right arm. So if you're washing the windows, take it to the left. And together. Take it to a shoulder circle back, nice and slow, and the other side. Take the hands if you're playing the piano, leaning slightly from one side to the other. Just wiggling the fingers, star shapes. Really get some movement in those fingers. So pushing forward, coming back. Think of pushing the waves. Taking the ball of energy and the other direction. And let it expand and contract. So we're trying to open up across the chest. Bring the hands back onto the lap and just concentrate on your breathing. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Back arch, forward and relax, coming back up to sitting. Bye for now. Look forward to seeing you in the next workout.